Enabling is creating the condition for, which is mainly up to political choices, governments, and policy directions. Who better than Honorable Goerens, Charles, can tell us about your positions in the debates, in the budget committees, in the development committees about development actions are very important, very forward-looking. How the policy environment can be conducive and what could be the role of the European Union in this effect to promote governments to enable things to happen in the different countries, notably coming to energy, but not limited to it.
Merci. J'aimerais vous remercier d'abord de me dire que je ne devrais pas me concentrer exclusivement sur l'énergie.
And first of all, I'd just like to say I'm not going to concentrate just on energy. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about energy. So when it comes to access to energy, but also access to water, and access to public goods, we've got lots of different things to do. So I'll try to come back to principles. What principles do we need to meet so that at the end of an event we can say that we've done something very useful in energy? First of all, what we're doing is in a spirit of partnership. We need to, first of all, find out what the needs are among our partners. And if there's a need in energy that arises, then the question is whether there's a profitability that can be made here. But if there is, then Africans can deal with the situation themselves. But there's also the issue of economic activity in one of the 12 countries in Africa. And they may not need us to help them to develop their energy sector. However, in these countries, there is also the question of poverty. So the issue is, who is dealing with the energy gap? Is it the country itself, or is it something that's being done in partnership with the European Union? In passing, I'd just say that the principle of differentiation means that we can't intervene necessarily financially in these countries that are in middle-income countries. In other countries, we need to have definitions in our partnership agreements of why we're investing in an area that might not be profitable. I'm thinking in particular about the campaign in Africa, where what we're seeing is rural to urban migration, and investments in the energy sector are less and less profitable. First of all, I think we need to invest in renewable energies, and then also we need to define who is responsible for paying. I think we can't get around the issue of financing. Support for access to energy is either a right, in which case it can't be denied a person, or it's a market issue, in which case you've got millions of people who don't have access to energy. So what can people do? If people don't have access to energy, then I think we're going to face a real challenge here. And that would be a challenge for us. So I think we need to work on good partnerships. Secondly, I think we need to get decentralized stakeholders involved, local associations, local authorities, civil society very often. And very often these factors are present only where the state is absent. So we need to identify these partners who are responsible for developing and managing these different issues. And these initiatives developed in this area have to respond to an essential question, which is the project relevant? Can the project be implemented effectively, where possible? And thirdly, is the project going to bring us what we need? And I think there we need to be very clear from the outset. So we're talking about decentralized stakeholders here, as well as those responsible for financing, in particular microfinancing, where other forms aren't possible. or where the state is incapable of developing projects itself. So I think we need to take account of all of that diversity when we respond to issues of access to energy.